Which oil actually protects your engine better, AMSOIL or Mobil 1? I've heard this argument in every shop I've ever worked in. Both sides are absolutely convinced they're right. So I stopped listening to opinions and started looking at actual test data. Used oil analysis reports, wear metal counts, viscosity breakdown, real engine teardowns, and what I found surprised even me. After over 20 years turning wrenches, I'm going to show you exactly what the data says, not what the marketing claims. Let's settle this once and for all. First, let's be clear about what we're comparing. AMSOIL Signature Series and Mobil 1 Extended Performance are both premium full synthetic oils. They're both designed for extended drain intervals. They both use high-quality base stocks and additive packages. On paper, they look similar. But the real question is, do they perform the same when you actually run them in an engine? That's what we're going to find out. Let's start with base oil quality. AMSOIL uses primarily Group 4 4-PAO base stocks with some Group V esters. Mobil 1 uses a blend that includes Group 3 highly refined mineral oils along with PAOs. Now, Group 4 PAOs are generally considered superior for thermal stability and oxidation resistance. They're more expensive to produce, which is part of why AMSOIL costs more. Group 3 oils can be marketed as synthetic in the United States, and they've come a long way. Modern Group 3 base stocks perform very well. But in pure base oil quality, AMSOIL has a technical edge. That's not opinion, that's chemistry. Now let's talk about what actually matters to your engine: wear protection. I've reviewed dozens of used oil analysis reports from Blackstone Labs comparing AMSOIL and Mobil 1 at similar intervals. Here's what consistently shows up. Iron counts, which indicate engine wear on cylinder walls, rings, and camshafts, tend to run slightly lower with AMSOIL. We're talking about differences of 2 to 5 parts per million in most cases. That's measurable, but we need context. Both oils keep wear metals well within acceptable limits. An iron reading of 15 parts per million versus 12 parts per million? Both are excellent. Your engine isn't going to know the difference over 150,000 miles of normal driving. Copper and lead, which come from bearings, show similar trends. AMSOIL edges out Mobil 1 slightly, but both oils are protecting bearings effectively. The difference is real, but small. Now here's where it gets more interesting. Total base number, or TBN. This measures the oil's ability to neutralize combustion acids. A higher TBN means the oil can handle contaminants longer. Fresh AMSOIL Signature Series typically starts with a TBN around 12. Mobil 1 Extended Performance starts around 10 to 11. After 10,000 miles of normal driving, AMSOIL usually retains more of its TBN. I've seen reports where AMSOIL still had a TBN of 6 to 7 at 12,000 miles, while Mobil 1 was down to 4 to 5. That matters if you're pushing extended drains. It matters less if you're changing at 7,500 miles. Viscosity stability is another critical factor. Both oils maintain their viscosity grade well, but AMSOIL tends to resist shear slightly better over extended intervals. In other words, a 5W30 stays closer to 30 weight at operating temperature after 15,000 miles with AMSOIL compared to Mobil 1. Again, the difference is measurable, but not massive. Both oils are doing their job. Let's talk about real-world performance. I've personally torn down engines that ran AMSOIL for over 200,000 miles, and I've torn down engines that ran Mobil 1 for the same distance. Here's what I saw. Both engines had clean valve trains, minimal sludge, and bearings that still had life left. The AMSOIL engine had slightly less varnish on the pistons. The Mobil 1 engine had slightly more carbon buildup on the intake valves, but we're talking about differences you'd only notice if you were specifically looking for them. In normal driving conditions with regular oil changes, both oils will get your engine past 200,000 miles without issue. The real question is, are you doing anything that makes the difference between them actually matter? Here's where AMSOIL pulls ahead. Extreme conditions. If you're towing heavy loads in Arizona summers, AMSOIL's thermal stability gives it an edge. If you're running 15,000-mile drain intervals, AMSOIL's higher TBN retention and better additive package longevity make it the safer choice. If you're dealing with North Dakota winters and frequent cold starts, AMSOIL's pour point and cold flow characteristics are measurably better. But if you're changing oil every 5,000 to 7,500 miles in a daily driver under normal conditions, Mobil 1 will protect your engine just as well for significantly less money. That's not a knock on AMSOIL, it's just reality. You're not using the performance advantage you're paying for. Now let's address the cost difference. AMSOIL Signature Series runs about $12 to $14 per quart. Mobil 1 Extended Performance runs about $8 to $10 per quart. For a typical 5-quart oil change, that's a $20 to $25 difference. Over 10 oil changes, that's $200 to $250. If you're extending your intervals and getting more miles per oil change with AMSOIL, that cost difference shrinks. If you're changing both oils at the same interval, AMSOIL is objectively more expensive without delivering proportionally more value for normal use. Here's something else people don't talk about enough: availability. Mobil 1 is everywhere. You can get it at Walmart, AutoZone, any gas station. AMSOIL requires ordering online or finding a dealer. For some people, that's not a big deal. For others, it's a deal breaker. Convenience matters. Let's also talk about OEM approvals. Mobil 1 has a long list of factory approvals: GM Dexos, Ford WSS specifications, European ACA standards. AMSOIL meets many of those specs, but they don't always pursue official OEM approval because it's expensive and time-consuming. If you're under warranty, using an oil with explicit OEM approval can matter. Some dealerships will look for that if there's ever an engine claim. So what does the test data actually tell us? AMSOIL performs slightly better in almost every measurable category: wear protection, TBN, retention, viscosity stability, thermal breakdown resistance. The advantage is real, it's documented, but it's also small in most normal driving conditions. Mobil 1 performs very well, it protects engines effectively, it's widely available and less expensive. For the average driver changing oil regularly, it's more than good enough. The argument isn't about which oil is better in a vacuum, it's about which oil is better for your specific use case. Here's my take after 20 years in the shop. If you're running extended drains, severe duty, extreme temps, or high-performance applications, AMSOIL is worth the money. You're getting measurable advantages that translate to real-world benefits. If you're driving normally and changing oil every 5,000 to 7,500 miles, Mobil 1 gives you excellent protection at a lower cost. You're not sacrificing engine longevity, you're just not paying for performance you're not using. Both oils will get your engine to 200,000 miles and beyond if you maintain it properly. The difference comes down to how hard you push your engine and how long you go between changes. So here's the bottom line. The test didn't end the argument because people were asking the wrong question. The question isn't which oil is better. The question is which oil is better for you. What are you running in your engine right now, and how do you use your vehicle? Drop a comment with your make, model, and driving habits. I'll tell you whether AMSOIL is worth it for your situation or if Mobil 1 makes more sense. And if this data-driven breakdown finally cleared up the confusion, hit that like button. Next week, I'm tackling another controversial topic: whether AMSOIL's extended drain claims actually hold up, or if they're pushing the limits too far. You're going to want to see the oil analysis on that one. If you're not subscribed, do it now. Drop a comment. I respond to everyone. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.